Y'all, I needed this therapy session last night. They have been stressing. The world has been stressing me out. Okay?
Yeah, it's a dark place.
And so, but I love that, with your character, she trying to be like she's trying to like prove herself. And I was like, honey, you ain't got to prove yourself to nobody.
See, if you told her that, we wouldn't have had to make this whole movie.
Okay, so she needed to go through the journey so we can get to the sequel, okay?
That's right.
But I want to know, like, playing these characters and revisiting them now, like, how has it really challenged or made you view, like, what your relationship with identity and self-worth is?
Well, fortunately, Ginnifer and I, we need no lessons. Yes, but it's always helpful to
remind others,
to remind others and remind ourselves how important the differences in everyone is a good thing, not a bad thing, which is what the central message of this film is about, and thank you, Disney, for reminding us.
We are already so evolved. We had already got.
Oh, yeah. They do a great job in this movie, as they do in all the others, of kind of making that medicine go down nice and smooth. They wrap it up, and it's so much fun, and the action and the humor is just, it's nonstop in this film. Well, you saw it.
I did see it. I was at therapy. I feel like it didn't go down easy for me because it felt like it made me have to look in the mirror a little bit.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, if it doesn't take you to therapy, then was the movie good?
You feel like you came out of this film a little bit better than you started?
Well, I feel like it forces you, I think as an adult, I mean, it's good for kids to go through this, but as adults, I feel like sometimes we do need to be reminded about
that's what I mean.
Yeah, and kind of get caught up in the everyday, like, hustle of, life.
Yeah, it's like every once in a while when you see on, the computer or TV or whatever, a picture of the Earth. It's like, oh, everything I know and everyone I've ever met, whether I like them or dislike, is on that one rock.
Yeah.
And we're all sharing it. And it's like, it's great to be reminded.
But I wonder if it's because of it's being what we would call like a family film that we just go in open and then it like gets to us because it's not something that we're like guarding ourselves against, right? Like, and then you get the therapy because you're already just sitting there open because it's just going to be fun.
But I think it's also too because when do we actually take time to just sit down and just sit in it? We're always like doing other things. Like life has to keep going. These bills gonna keep coming. Right. So we don't have time to really sit in it.
Yeah.
See, look, y'all, I told you. I love that. We going through it, okay? I think also too, it made me think about, like, I feel like in the first one we got our happily ever after.
Right.
But I think a misconception is once you hit your dream, there's a whole new set of problems that follow, and it takes work to keep that dream.
Yeah, they wanted the ball. They get the ball. Now, what are you going to do with it?
Exactly.
And more challenges come. It does keep coming.
That's why it took 10 years to figure out what we were going to do with this.
I mean, I want to know for you, because being in this industry is constantly changing. It's always evolving. Like, how do you make sure that you know to like keep working at it? Because I think that's the dynamic of your character's relationship. Even though you accept each other, you have to continuously give someone grace each day. You have to choose that acceptance every day over and over again.
I'm like getting more from just like I feel like we need to just be asking her the questions because I want to hear more about this.
I told you I went through it last night.
Yeah.
It is. You bring up a good point. It's like, harmony is not guaranteed. You do have to work at it, and there's a choice to get along with everyone. It takes work to cohabitate with someone. It's
listening is active.
Yeah. So this is a nice little reminder, this film of what it takes to make a partnership work, and how to see the differences is a good thing and not a bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your kid, she wasn't listening.
No,
she wasn't listening.
Even though she's got the ears for it.
She got the ears for it.
So why did we not make that joke in the movie?
Oh, Miss, that's for the third.
Yes, we'll have to.
The third, you got to make a third one now for it.
She does, yeah. She even turns him into a bun.
Yeah,
right?
It was a cute bun, by the way.
Missed this opportunity. How did you miss this opportunity?
I probably ad-libbed it to do that.
So we're gonna talk on the third one when we use the joke.
Yes.
Okay. But look, I want to thank y'all so much. Thank you for just letting me have my therapy session and just speaking with me today. I really appreciate it. You have no idea. And I'm just sending so much love and light both your ways. I really hope you have a great day.
Back at you.
Thank you. I received that, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest.
Do it today.
Yeah, really well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for my therapy session last night.
Right.
Okay, because I needed this word. Okay, because people tell you follow your dreams.
Yes.
Like achieve your dreams, but they don't tell you that when you get that dream, you get to that level.
Yeah.
You still gotta do work.
Right? That is part of it.
Yes.
They don't tell you that.
Yeah.
I know.
So I want to know for the both of you, like being in this industry, like how do you reconcile with that? Like, okay, I got the dream, but now I gotta do even more just to keep it going.
Oh, you won an Oscar, and lucky you're still doing all this work.
But I mean, whatever you do, I think you have to be passionate about it. And if you're passionate about something, you don't think of it as work. I love acting. And every time I step on a movie set, it is so, I treasure it. I treasure my scene partner, the fellow actors that I work with, that I get to go on set and meet all these incredible people that, work really hard to bring a movie together.
Yeah.
And every time I finish a movie, it's always a bittersweet moment for him because, I'm happy that the movie's done, but I'm also, we've spent all these months together, have this relationship. So I never look at it as work. And I think that's what you have to look at. If that's your dream, then it should be something that you would love to do.
Yeah. And when you reach a dream, I think inspires you to want to do more.
Yeah.
So I think you're
Like, we want another Zootopia.
Yeah, I want another Zootopia now.
It was a third one.
That's what we're saying. Yeah, we want that.
I needed that. Like for real. I was like going through it because I was just like, man, like I feel so tired. But like you should be grateful like that you get to do this because a lot of people don't get to make money from what they're passionate for.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just sitting here talking to you about Zootopia, I'm so proud of this movie, and every time I do press, like it's I think of it as an opportunity to talk about the work that I do, and to share the love that I have for the movie. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
and I love the addition of y'all characters because, like, first of all, your character,
incredible.
I love me a good conspiracy. Everybody got that conspiracy theory friend. Like, you need that friend because they're gonna give you all this information you didn't think.
That's right.
But it's gonna come down the road to be handy.
Oh, and she has a lot more conspiracy theories than what was even seen. I in those sessions go off the rails about all these animals and the conspiracies behind them.
I love it. But I mean, I love with your character too because, it's one thing for people to treat you different based on the assumption that they've made. But I love that kind of in this movie, it makes you think about how sometimes when you hear it so much, like it starts to kind of chip away at you and you start to kind of believe that.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, being in this industry, like, how have you all learned to deal with the whole self-worth and self-love?
That's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. That's what I love about Gary the Snake. I mean, being a poisonous pit viper, you can imagine everywhere he goes, people are afraid of him because of the label that snakes have, the stereotypes. For me it's believing in yourself and never wavering in that belief, no matter how much people doubt, or underestimate you. I can certainly relate, and. It makes, when you succeed, it makes that success even sweeter. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, in this business, you're told no way more than you're told yes, especially on the way up. And you have to believe in yourself, or otherwise that can really start to get to you and make you just stop. So I think the fact that, I had belief in myself and what I knew I could do is what kept me going during many of those years where the no's were very prevalent. So I always say to people, bet on yourself, because, everybody else is doing their own thing and they're thinking about themselves. So you just got to keep betting on yourself.
And I also think, your support team is really important too. The people you hang out with, your friends. It's not easy. I know it's not easy when there's so much negativity. And at times you feel like, giving up, it's easier than maintaining that dream that you have. And that's when you really have to lean on your friends for support. And if you surround yourself with people who believe in you, it really helps.
Yeah.
So I hope that I get more friends like both of your characters because they some ride or die.
Right, I sure are.
Okay, to clear their names.
Yeah.
I love it. Look, I just thank y'all so much. Y'all really poured into me. I know y'all think I'm lying. Like, y'all poured into me today and y'all gave me some gems that I really did need to hear. So I appreciate it. Y'all can send me your bill, okay?
Oh, that's free. That's free for you.
Thank you so much for taking time to speak with me. I really do appreciate you.
Thank
Sending
you.
so much love and light both your ways.
Well, thank you for that. Same to you.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Appreciate it.
I just truly needed this.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I really love that the movie addresses is if the first film was about the happily ever after of being accepted, I feel like this one is like, once you achieve your dreams, like that's when the real work begins.
Yes.
Like it's a whole new set of issues.
Yep.
And so I really wanted you to talk about exploring that and reminding kids, but especially adults, that it takes work to continue to live the dream.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, once you team up with someone, all sorts of complexities show. No, it's like, I don't even know. I think we all, partnership is part of what we do. And so this movie being about partnership and kind of figuring out the differences of people's approach, people's experience was really key to not only Nick and Judy, but the whole world of Zootopia 2 in general.
Well, it's also say you mentioned happily ever after. It took us a long time to figure out how much time should pass in the world of that movie. We did a version where it was 5 years later, but it felt like you missed a bunch of stuff. And then we did it 1 year later, like that still misses too much. So we're really picking up right where we left off to answer that question. Okay, they solved this case in 48 hours. Are they really meant to stay together as partners? What do you start to learn about yourself? We talk about it a lot, like there's the honeymoon phase, and then now we're moving in, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that's how you brush your teeth, So there's some things that these guys need to figure out.
But I mean, also too, is about, finally, we talked about acceptance, right?
Yeah.
But in order to really have acceptance, you have to continue to choose to accept that person each day.
That's true.
It's not just a one thing and done. Like every day there's something somebody's going to do to bother you, in that partnership.
Yeah.
So I really wanted welcome to our therapy sessions. The real deal behind the things of Zootopia too.
Right.
But I mean, I wanted you guys to talk about working as a group. I think to do a movie, it takes a work of a lot of people. Everyone plays their part. So I really wanted you to talk about that, bringing Zootopia 2 to life.
Yeah, well, we were so excited. Byron and I actually worked together years ago on Tangled, and then I first worked with Jared on Moana. So when we came together on Encanto, it was like, oh, I get to work with my friends. This is great. And coming back together on this film has been even better. But we are still getting to know each other, and because we're humans, and I know maybe sometimes I do things that they don't appreciate, but probably not.
You got those emails.
But, I think that's why I love what we kind of explored in the film as Judy and Nick are getting to know each other. You can make that decision. I think it happens in all kinds of relationships where you discover those differences and that maybe we don't approach things the same way. Maybe we don't see things the same way. And you can choose to run away and just separate, or you could choose to kind of work through it and really try to understand that. And that's what we hope that the story does.
I needed this before Thanksgiving, before I go home with my So it was at the right time, okay? But I love the animation in it. Since I'm on the theme of therapy, okay? Those therapy scenes are fantastic. So I really want you to talk about not only having this sequel from a film that we've all fallen in love with, but also showing the evolution of animation from the first film to this one now.
No, it's true. Everyone, our animators are so good, and they keep getting better. Every time they do a new film, they come to the next one being even better. And the amazing thing that's happened, because, Zootopia 1 happened 9 years ago, now we have a generation of animators that actually grew up on that movie who actually came to our studio to, be a part of this one. And just the subtlety, and even you're talking about the therapy scene, the animation on Quinta's character is just so amazing. The quokka is the cutest animal on Earth, and Quinta being the perfect therapist is just it's so subtle and so funny. And then I gotta say, there's a scene between Nick and Judy toward the end of the film where it's just a conversation, but man, I watched that scene over and over again, and I look forward to the expressions and those moments where it just gets me. The amount of detail and the amount of emotional attention that is put into that animation is really true artistry. So I think we work with some very talented people.
I just want you to know there was a moment that happens in the third act. I don't want to spoil it, but me and my friend was like, oh, like we just looked at each other. I was like, why did it just get like this in an animated film? But that, like, I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I know they didn't just do that. So yeah, the expressions, I was feeling it. Okay, because I almost jumped out of my seat.
Okay,
Right?
so nice to hear.
But I want to know, what was the one thing that you feel like we had to get right? Because sequels are hard, especially for a movie as beloved as this one. Like, what was the one thing that you knew that you had to get right, or something new that you wanted to do different?
Well, I mean, I think it's really the Nick and Judy relationship, that dynamic. I think that people fell in love with them in the first film, so they want to get that sense that these guys are going to make it through. But to your earlier point, they still have so much to learn, and I think for Nick especially, he's such a guarded character. Judy can't really learn about him until he is vulnerable. That takes a lot of work, and that takes every character in this movie around Nick to sort of get him to the point where he can have that moment at the end of the movie where he actually is able to say a lot of things that he's never been able to say before. So I think for me, just earning that was the most critical part.
I love it. It made me think about a whole segue into dating in 2025, but I don't have time for that. But you guys were on to something, okay?
Okay, great.
Look, I just want to thank you all so much for taking time to speak with me. Thank you for giving us the sequel. We'll leave you alone at least for 5 years before we ask for okay to give you some rest. But I'm just sending so much love in like all your ways. I really hope you have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
That was a treat.
Great channel with you.
I'll see you later.